today's rally in Ottawa. And here it is from the top of the CBC building. You can see Parliament Hill, and you can see the crowds that have gathered there on the lawn. The CBC's Hannah Thibodeau is a little further back from that. They're on Wellington, why can't I remember if it's Wellington Street or Wellington Avenue? But it is Wellington Street. Thank you, Hannah. I live there, but it's been a while. So Hannah, tell us a little bit about what's going on around you.
Sure. Let me show you and give you perspective as to what happened here. You saw us a little while ago. We kind of got swept up in a crowd that started the march a bit early. So there is one half of the crowd that's gone towards the end of Wellington Street. It's way down there a little bit. It's close to the Rideau Centre, the big mall in Ottawa, but they were supposed to go to that second location in a bit. Let's go this way, Chris, because over here is what you were just showing people on the camera. This is where the speeches are taking place. There's probably about 14 people altogether who are going to give speeches today at all of the different locations. So that's one there. And it seemed like when we were swept up in that crowd, much of the crowd was going down to the second location. But it seems that there's probably a few thousand people on Parliament Hill. Now, Andrew, I just want to let you know again, my IFB is not working. So if they can reconnect that, if not, I'll just keep going, and then you can cut away from me whenever you want, because I can talk. You can see on Parliament Hill there that there are thousands of people. They're not socially distanced, of course, and that was one of the concerns of the, I'm just going to re-answer my IFB here. That was one of the concerns, I've got you back now, one of the concerns of the organizers. So they handed out PPE to all of the protesters ahead of time, also water, because you can see the sun is beating down here. It's 29 degrees, and I think that's why, one of the other reasons that this is, you know, a very important solidarity march, but also the good weather is allowing for a lot of people to come out and show their solidarity as well. On a lot of the signs, you were talking about, you know, people saying defund the police. I heard you talking to your previous guest about that. There are a lot of people chanting those types of slogans. And then all over this side, of course, we see people with the Black Lives Matter, make racism wrong again. Everybody sort of has a little, I want to try, Chris, if you can just turn this way, everybody has taken a knee. Let's show people that. It's quite a moment, it's quiet. Paying their respects to George Floyd and all those who have lost their lives or have been injured in police violence. The speaker asking them to take a knee and show a moment of silence. She again is speaking. I'm trying to hear what she's saying.
And we saw, Hannah, the police officers as well there taking a knee along with the protesters.
Yeah, and you could tell that the protesters were really happy about that, them showing their respects for the issues as well. We're going to go over this way. We think, in fact, that the Prime Minister is going to come out as well. So we're keeping an eye on the door there.
Oh, so tell us a little bit about that. Yeah,
here comes Prime Minister. Here comes Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, along with Greg Fergus, one of his MPs. You can see him walking along. Mr. Trudeau, your decision to come out today, why was it so important to show up? We're just trying to follow along here, sorry.
Just on the side. Merci.
Thank you. that.
Merci de tout cœur. Merci.
Thanking the Prime Minister for coming out. It's a little bit rough here, Andrew, so sorry about that. I've lost IFB again.
That's all right. That's all right. This is the Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, walking on Parliament Hill at an anti-racism protest. Let's just watch and listen.
Thank you.
Reconnect if you can hear me.
Again, the CBC's Hannah Thibodeau is there. There she is. But there you can see Justin Trudeau, the Prime Minister, is walking on Parliament Hill at an anti-racism protest, one of many taking place in cities across the country. Let's listen.
Hi, Justin! Oh my God! Hey, Justin!
We just heard the Prime Minister. We just heard the Prime Minister say, "No more pushing people."
Back up for the Prime Minister.
Stand up to Trump! Stand up to Trump! Stand up to Trump! Stand up to Trump! Stand up to Trump!
I don't know if you can hear the people behind us. I'm just
Stand up to Trump! Stand up to Trump! Stand up to Trump!
Go away! Go away, we don't want you. Over 250 of them ended up in the gas chambers. This is our history. Don't tell me there's no systemic reason it's in the past and it's still here today. Is a lie.
You're listening to them.
The lie about race.
You can see there, Andrew, that Trudeau is asking the crowd to be respectful of the people who are speaking because he wants to hear what these speakers are saying.
Who said that humanity is at its highest perfection in the race of the whites. Negroes are on the bottom. And that hierarchy has been created and it has been believed. It is something invented from our history books. There's a point in time where humans were understood as people of a particular land, a particular culture, a particular language. There's no one who got together in the entire world and said, okay, let's sit down and decide who's on top and who's on bottom. Somebody made that up. Somebody made that up. We need to dismantle it and to expose the lie. Some of you may have heard of the Human Genome Project. 10 years was spent by the leading geneticists in the world. 10 years studying 3.3 billion base pairs of human DNA. And guess what they found out? There is no difference in the human genome. With this policy reviews, equity audit, systemic transformation, anti-black racism training, and that helps, but it won't do enough if everyone does not get on board. Some people have asked me, what do I tell my children? How do I explain racism to my children? And I say, you have to parse that, because it's not the same thing for everybody. What a black family tells their child is not the same thing as a white family tells their child. Of this scourge of racism, then you have to first listen. Listen before you tell. Listen. Listen to the pain. Listen to the reality. Listen to the critique. Listen to the truth. And then you will be informed to be able to tell your children that all lives matter. And if all lives matter, systemic institutions of racism is that we have to tell a better story. I want to share with you a story that I learned when I lived and worked in Kenya. It's a powerful story. It's a story about a man named Madupe. And Madupe lived among the people. And they would garden, and they would raise their crops, and they would keep an eye on the river that sometimes overflowed, and they built a dam. After a little while, Madupe decided that he wanted to retreat to the highest part of that place. And he went up and he built a house up on the top of the mountain. And he lived there, and he had a good relationship with the people. They would come up and seek his wisdom from time to time. They loved each other.
Okay, no problem.
One day, the people were in their village, and they looked up and they saw Madupe's hut on fire. And they were absolutely shocked and terrified. They said, Madupe is in trouble. We love him. He loves us. We need to go and help. And every man, woman, and child, even those who were lame, they were all taken up. Everybody went up to see how Madupe was doing. And the reason that he did that is because he saw down the river that the dam had broken and the waters were rushing down. It was going to kill all of them. And because they loved Madupe and Madupe loved them, they were saved. Love is going to save us. Love is going to save us. And it's a compelling love. It's a love that is not just about romance. It's a love that is fierce. It's a love that's provocative. There's a scripture in our Bibles that say, let us consider how to provoke love and justice. Love is a provocation. It provokes us to move away from our idleness, from our complacency. There is no middle ground here. You are either a racist or an anti-racist. Of God, whatever God you're understanding, understand that each of us has sanctity and worth, and there's no one that's expendable. If one human is expendable, we're all expendable.
It's a brand new shirt. It's from him.
Thank you.
He gave me one.
And the principal came out and the principal said, I am absolutely devastated. And I said, what happened? And the principal said that morning, the kindergarten teacher came to this principal and said, I am beside myself. A little child, a white child in my kindergarten class told her friend that she had been friends for a few months now. I can't be your friend anymore because of the color of your skin. Where did she get that from? That didn't come from her. Parents, wake up! Wake up, parents! How you model and how you speak and how you teach your children are depends on everyone having access to the fruits and the joy of this world. That is what God desires. That's what humanity desires. I urge you, do not let this just be a day when we come to rally and get together. Make a commitment in your heart, in your life. Make a commitment that you are going to do the compelling work of love and provoke justice, provoke mercy, provoke love, provoke the kinds of things that will make us a flourishing human community. Amen? Amen.
Je suis francophone et il y a beaucoup de francophones parmi nous. J'aimerais à ce moment inviter à venir prendre la parole ici deux femmes leaders de cette communauté, qui ont amplement participé.
And if you're just joining us, that is the Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, on Parliament Hill, attending an anti-racism protest there, where there are speakers. There is now a speaker speaking in French there on Parliament Hill. We saw one of the people that were there hand him a T-shirt, a Black Lives Matter T-shirt, which he took, and he is listening to the speeches there on Parliament Hill. The Prime Minister walking across the street from his office, and there with the crowd at this anti-racism protest taking place in the nation's capital.
No justice!
No peace!
No justice!
No peace!
No justice!
No peace!
No justice!
No peace!
First, before I tell you my name, I would like to acknowledge that we are standing on unceded Algonquin territory of the This land does not belong to us.
No, it doesn't! No, it doesn't!
I'm thankful to be here. I'm honored to stand here with my ancestors, those who have come before us and fought for our rights and freedom, including our right to breathe.
Yes!
For the first time in my life, I feel okay, not completely safe, but okay to speak up, to speak out, to denounce racism, and demand change. Change in the systems that have oppressed many of us, decades after decades, days after days.
Stop the oppression!
Systems which have been normalized so much so that our demands to dismantle them and our push for equality have often been perceived by those who push back against equality as capricious ideas. That's maybe because they never heard of the young black man whose life was cut short when racist men beat him, leading him bleeding to death in the arms of his helpless brother. That's maybe because they never heard of the black woman who had to take an 11-hour bus to New York as the only black employee at the time, while she watched her colleague being granted a 1-hour flight to New York right here in Canada. Maybe they never heard of the black woman who was paid thousands of dollars less than that white employee that she was supervising. And the black women who are forced to change their hair or else they don't get the job. We never heard about the black man who was fired after he raped his daughter.
Thank you!
Yes, Justin!
Hi, Justin. I'm trying to see me. I'm David. I'm trying to see me right here.
Perhaps we should tell him about the second-year-old girl who was beat up at school by an
You be quiet.
who stated that she could not play with him because she's black. Some people are refusing to acknowledge
Kneel down, everybody.
including that of the Ontario Human Rights Commission, which concluded that black people are more likely to be injured or killed by police officers in Canada. And I would say in Canada. We live in a world in which our blackness is being weaponized against us. Don't believe us? Ask the Canadian woman who, as Trevor Noah noted, blatantly knew how to use the power of her whiteness to threaten the life of a man in his blackness. This woman whose name I refuse to pronounce is a product of Canada. Canada, home of diversity and multiculturalism. But see, diversity without inclusion is like policy without implementation. Multiple studies conducted course of years, have concluded that, listen to this.
Thank you.
Justin Trudeau, thank you. Thank you for kneeling down. Thank you. Thank you.
Labor market facing substantially higher levels of unemployment and lower wages than non-black people. Shame. Now let me ask, how many more studies do we need to acknowledge these facts and take action?
How many?
Money should be spent to support our communities, as requested many times by the Federation of Black Canadians. Black communities across Canada should not be left out of conversations that concern them. Our voices must be heard, and our expertise must be included to ensure that proper intersectional race and gender-based analysis is applied to the development of programs, services, policies, and legislation. Now we all know that even in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic, Black people are facing a persistent pandemic that is anti-Black racism. For years, we have the reign of racism, discrimination, and abuse flowed down the umbrella of our resilience. Today we stand strongly and fearlessly to say, enough! Dear allies,
Yes, it does matter that I see why
understand that we
we're
can't reach
like,
unity
no, we're
without
wearing more
equality,
worthy than I am.
and that no one can consider themselves free when one of us is oppressed.
Okay, why are you talking
Do
to me?
your part.
Don't talk to me.
Don't just stand here.
Fucking
Do
me.
something. Don't let this movement pass. Continue to support Black businesses, Black creators, Black leaders. They said this is not just a hashtag. This is real life for us. Every day, all day. And now, I call upon our government and all parties to not just hear us, but to listen. And beyond listening, to take concrete steps to implement the recommendation of various community leaders and organizations.
We want justice! We want justice and equality!
African Descent in Canada presented several calls for action and recommendations that have not yet been fully implemented. We can do and should do better because it's simply the right thing to do. À tous nos alliés, à tous nos amis, à toutes les personnes qui sont ici, on vous dit merci. Et on tient à souligner que la raison pour laquelle nous sommes ici, c'est parce que une jeune fille noire s'est levée. Le changement commence par la jeunesse. Appuyons la jeunesse, encourageons la jeunesse. Quand ils se trompent, redressons-le et avec amour. Merci. No peace until justice. Je remercie cette jeune fille, je remercie vous tous. Parce que no peace, no justice, no peace, no justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace.
Fucking need a cigarette. Probably not the time, eh? I just Lord's name today.
We stand in front of you with the conviction
Because I
gifted
am.
by our ancestors for change.
I'm more important than you. Fuck you.
We exchange our hopes for demands for our governing bodies to finally listen to us. Listen to the cries of my Black kings and my Black queens, or else.
I love you, Black men!
Generation after generation to come from post-traumatic stress. Or else we will be paid less
Thank you for not even
to
breathing.
do more, even when we are more qualified. Or else we will think that the only interactions we are meant to have with the police are ones of trauma. Or else we will continue to live in fear, wondering if our black child is next.
Leave me alone!
Fuck off, man!
Leave me alone! Why are you facing me? Leave me alone!
A system that was created to form against us.
Stay focused, guys.
A system
I just don't want them to attack me like you!
the fact that we both have breath and we both have
Get out!
is red. I am mad at the video I saw on June 2nd that happened in Edmonton. Our brother Jean-Claude Trudeau, he's alive to tell this story with his wife and his 5 children, unlike our brother George Floyd, whose daughter now lives in a world without her father, whose father has changed our world. Rest in power, for you have changed our world as we know it. Rest in power. Rest in power, knowing white people are now forced to look at themselves in the mirror and ask the question, am I helping or am I harming the black experience moving forward? Our city officials finally call us to sit down and create long-term systemic change, because that's what it's really about. She said it, it's not an IG moment. This is about policy change, long-term systemic change that we have been asking for quietly. No more! The mission is larger than any one person. This is a collective assignment. Homework. This will take us, youth leaders and elders, sitting down regularly with our political leaders to ensure voices of color, and specifically black voices, are heard, not tokenized. I'm angry about Stacey Bonds, and I'm enraged about Sandra Bland. Justice for Abdurrahim, justice for Regis. I'm mad at the system that was formed against us. I'm mad. Today is a new day in which nobody can unsee. Let me say this again. Today is a new day in which nobody can unsee, unfeel, or drown the noise of senseless murder any longer. Today, you are with us, and we thank you. Just remember one thing. It is very important that you take it very seriously. You need to be a part of the solution. You need to ask yourself how. I know you have people in your life that you can ask how. We are here. And even though it is not our job to re-educate you, we are still here. But you can do it too. It's not up to us only. Remember, it's a collective assignment.
Be a part of the solution. Don't be the problem anymore, white people and allies.
Remember, we are here in peace. Thank you very much.
to just say a quick note. The people that have been helping us host and doing the MC today need to be acknowledged. They have worked tirelessly. Yvette, Karine, they worked so hard. They worked very hard. Again, thank you so much for everything that you've done. Thank you to this team that didn't give up. Thank you. Merci beaucoup, Gwen. J'ai entendu que nos officiels sont ici. Est-ce que vous nous entendez? Je veux que vous nous entendez. I want you to hear us. Are you hearing us? Are you hearing us? We want you to hear us. When is this going to stop? We want the change now. Enough was yesterday. Assez, c'était hier. Assez, je dis bien, c'était hier. Aujourd'hui, on veut le changement. On veut le changement. Maintenant. 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 Now. Today. Today. We are tired. On est fatigués. On est fatigués. Ne sommes-nous donc pas des êtres humains? Are we not human beings? Tell me. Black Lives Matters. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives
at this stage, because today our program, you know that we're going to be walking. After this last speech, we'll be working down to the Senate, and I would like to remind everybody, please respect, do your best, social distancing. I would like to let you know also that the person who had the seizure have been taken care of and she's now okay. La personne qui est tombée tantôt va mieux maintenant. Et là, on s'est bien occupé d'elle. Notre équipe s'est occupée d'elle. Merci de votre présence. Je vais laisser la parole maintenant à Monsieur Godlove. Il est également le spokesperson of the Anti-Racism Committee of the African Canadian Association of Ottawa. Please welcome him.
Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Is there racism happening in Canada? What can we do about it? Can we change it? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. You see, there's a fundamental flaw in the psychological dynamics of certain uneducated people in North America. When he sees a black man, he must attack. But you see, I'm not black by choice. I'm born black. I just got lucky. I just got lucky. Throughout flaw was not mine to make, you see. It's a flaw that we intend to rectify through communication and cooperation in community building. Together we can do it. You see, a lot can be achieved if we leave our egos at the door and come inside with a genuine desire to listen, to talk, to discuss in all honesty. I'm here to clear today that I'm black, as you can see, and you have nothing to fear. The only thing you have to fear is the fear of ignorance. I'm human, just like all of you here, who all moved out of Africa, from Mother Africa. We all came from Africa. We became a rainbow coalition here in Canada, North America, and the whole world over, on this global space we call Earth. Does a black man, just like a white man, not have hands? Does he not have organs? Does he not have dimensions, affections, passions? So what's so different between us? Is he not born of a loving mother, fed with the same food, hurt by the same weapons, including the weapon of the knee, subject to the same diseases, and healed by the same means? Are we not warmed by the same sun and cooled by the same Canadian winter? Does coronavirus not affect us all? If you prick me, do I not bleed? If you tickle me, do I not laugh? And if you choke me, do I not die? So why do we insist on living this artificial lie about racism? Racism, like Dr. Reverend Bailey said, is a lie, a big lie.
Big lie.
If you accept us, the black people, we are going to build a bigger, better, prosperous Canada together. All I'm saying is that we are in this boat together. If we insist on rocking the boat, we shall sink together. We don't need to create unnecessary storms in these waters because we will sink together. But if we work together, unite our forces, and forge ahead together, we build a better future for our children together. I am therefore calling for unity in the face of adversity. Let's search for solutions of togetherness in this community, which is our university. The fastest way we can achieve success is if we implement it in equality and parity. And I must tell you, brothers and sisters, equality and equity are a lot cheaper than the alternative, which is violence, racial violence. So I'm calling on everybody, each and every one of you here today, to get together. Let's all come together and build this thing together. I'm going to sing. Come together right now over this. Come together right now over this. Thank you.
All right, guys, are we ready to march?